Hong Kong International Airport handles an average of 1,100 flights a day, making it one of the world's busiest airports. The airport never sleeps. After the final plane has touched down, the runway maintenance team springs into action. Airfield assistant Lai Kwan, who has worked at the Airport Authority for 16 years, is behind the wheel of a runway rubber removal machine. Every time a plane lands, it reduces the friction needed for safe landings. So to prevent this happening, a cleaning system is used to strip an area where heavy rubber has built up. It does this by blasting strong jets of water into the tiny grooves of the runway.
The aircraft is landing at high speed, and friction between the tires and the runway leaves rubber on the tarmac. If the rubber accumulates, it becomes slippery for landing, especially on humid and rainy days.
The team focuses its efforts on the touchdown zone at both ends of the south and north runways. Cleaning is carried out in phases, and during the small window of time they have each night, they must complete clearing 1,600 square meters.
The runway rubber removal machine produces 30,000 pounds of hydraulic pressure to break down the rubber into powder, which is then absorbed by the machine.
The team starts work at 1:30 a.m. and only has 4.5 hours before the planes are back on the runway.
The schedule is tight. As the number of flights is increasing, the time we have for runway maintenance is shortened. Every time we go out onto the runway, we need to finish the work as soon as possible.
Runway maintenance not only involves removing tyre rubber, they must also keep an eye out for anything that could potentially delay a flight, such as foreign object debris on the runway, as well as repaint markings on the runways, taxiways and aprons. Debris cleanup is critically important, so it is carried out throughout the day. Once they are given the all clear from air traffic control, the team drives onto the runway during the small time slot between planes taking off and landing to clear up objects like metal screws, plastic bags and stones.
The control tower tells you where to go, where to exit and how much time you have left to finish the job. If a plane is preparing for takeoff and you don't heed instructions, it could lead to serious consequences. There is zero room for error.
As travellers make their way through the airport, they are probably unaware of the essential work that goes on behind the scenes to ensure they get to their destination safely and smoothly. Herman Chung is just one of the thousands of staff who make that happen. He is in charge of the Integrated Airport Centre.
Everywhere on Airport Island, including the airfield, terminals, Sky Pier, and all the roads are under my jurisdiction. Of course, it is a team effort.
5 airport duty managers work on shifts, and if there is an urgent situation, they will activate the Airport Emergency Centre. Airport Authority, Police, Immigration Department, Information Services Department and airline staff will meet at the centre to discuss emergency contingency plans. During his 10 years with the Airport Authority, Mr. Chung has had to deal with a lot of incidents. But his most memorable experience was in 2014, when a plane hit strong turbulence, leaving at least a dozen passengers and crew injured.
I need to find out if I could clear the aircraft for priority landing. Then I spoke to the airfield department about a parking bay. I had to consider where to station the emergency vehicles on standby and the arrangements for passengers who needed to be taken to hospital, including how to handle their luggage. Should we collect the suitcases, then deliver them to the airline? All these matters needed careful coordination.
Mr. Chung says he has worked in different departments over the years, but his current position is the most rewarding and challenging.
My work could have a great impact on passengers. If I'm able to respond to an emergency efficiently and the passengers are taken great care of, then I'm satisfied.
A safe takeoff and landing for every flight is all I hope for, as it is a direct result of our work to keep the runway safe. That in itself is gratifying.